Surround yourself with assets, not liabilities. Hi, I'm Julie Katrina, an accountancy student. I'm a member of the group Serendipity. In this video, we will be discussing the following topics such as revenue, inventory and biological assets, tangible non-current assets, intangible assets, impairment of assets, and leasing. Listen very carefully and try to understand each topics.
Revenue is the income earned from the sale of goods or the provision of services. Sale of goods like selling cakes, and provision of services like massage. So, let's proceed to what is revenue recognition. Revenue is recognized upon transfer of control of promised products or services to customers in an amount that reflects the consideration we expect to receive. So, revenue is recognized and measured using a 5-step method. Step 1. Identify the contract with the customer.
Hala, malapit na yung Pasko. Kaya ka pa niyang dami. Maganda ka, tatawagan ko Jennifer. Kaya ka pa ni Signal.
Tumatawag. Kumare din yan. Hello, kumare.
Hello, Mare. Mirko?
Oh, andito ako sa bahay. Oh, nag-uurong ako eh.
Andita man order di maran man ko labat para Pasko.
5 manok. O, sige.
Pero deliver po na 24 pankin.
24.
Narito na.
Oo, sige. Deliver ko na lang. Tapos, gawan ko na rin ng resibo. Oh, pwede punta ka na lang dito sa bahay para mag-firma
Sige,
kayo.
Sige, asan pa ko?
Sige, Mare. Salamat.
Sige, Mare, salamat. Merry Christmas.
2. Identify the separate performance obligation.
Tao po. Tao po. Tao po.
Hi, Mare.
Hello, Mari. Sige. Sige, Mari. Pasensya lang, oh. Tali nga po kasi ang dami.
Buka muna. Pasensya na, makalat ng bahay.
Hindi, okay lang, Mari. Ano ka ba?
Buka muna.
Ay, sige.
Sige.
The contract includes promises to provide services or goods to a customer. The agreed product is a distinct good which should be the one given to the customer.
Step 3. Determine the transaction price. Ay, ganito yung manok niya.
Sige. Gusto ko yung ganda, Mari, Yung grill na grill talaga. Oh, sige, Mari. Bali.
200 isa, Mare. Tapos bigyan kita 15% discount.
Sige. Gusto ko yun, Mari.
Bali, ginawa ko na yung resibo nung tumawag ka. Ito yun.
Sige, Mari. Thank you. Ayan. Sige, Mari, asahan ko yun sa 24.
Deliver ko.
Agahan mo na lang, Mari.
Oo,
Sige, Mari. May pupuntan pa kasi ako,
Sige.
Sige, Mari. Bye.
Mag-iingat ka ha.
Sige. Wala na ako, bye.
In determining the transaction price, it is the amount of consideration the entity expects to be entitled to, in exchange for transferring promised goods or services to a customer, excluding amounts collected on behalf of third parties. Step 4. Allocate the transaction price to the performance obligation. Step 5. Recognize revenue when a performance obligation is satisfied.
Wala na oras na. Sige. Talk sa isa. Hello, Mari.
Oh, hello, Mare.
Uy, Mari. Hintayin kita. Anong oras?
Oo, mamaya. Mga 11 a.m. Okay lang ba?
11? Sige, mga 11 a.m., Mari.
Pero, baka malate ng kaunti.
Oo, Mari. Oo, okay lang. Kahit mali ka ng konti. Hindi pa naman masyadong hapon eh.
Oh, sige, Mare. Sige, Mare. Salamat
Sige. O sige, Mari. Salamat. Ingat ka. Merry Christmas!
Oh, Merry Christmas din. Sige, bye-bye.
The entity satisfies a performance obligation by transferring control of a promised goods or services to the customer. A performance obligation can be satisfied at a point in time such as when goods are delivered to the customer or over time. The chicken is already given to the customer, so the customer already have the control of it. So revenue is already earned. Just always remember that revenue is recognized when it is earned, not when cash is received. Revenue ka ba?
Bakit?
Kasi hinahanap-hanap kita.
Haranahin kita, saan man tayo mapunta, yung tipong tayo palatang.
Hi, my name is Isa Official Zantoa from BSA 1A. We'll be discussing today what is biological asset. Take note, the biological asset is one of those three elements that IAS 41 or agriculture standard applies to that form part of or result from agricultural activity. So, before that, we'll be discussing the definition of terms that is used in IAS 41 or agriculture.
For when love finally came on, I rushed in line only to find that you were gone.
Tazan! So here I am again. Ang ganda ng introduction natin, diba? A beautiful girl pa. So, as what I've said earlier, didiscuss natin ngayon ang mga definition of terms na nagamit sa IAS 41 or agriculture. Ang first one is agricultural activity. Agricultural activity is So the next one is agricultural produce. Agricultural produce is the harvested product from a biological asset. For example, sa mangga, kapag hinarvest mo ang isang prutas ng mangga, that is the agricultural produce. Gets?
IAS 41 does not apply to land related to agricultural activity because kung makikita natin, if this is a biological asset, then it is planted in the land. Then, land is a separate asset from this biological asset. So, land is not a biological asset. IAS 41 does not apply also to bare plants related to agricultural activity. Kasi ang ibig sabihin ng bare plants, these are the plants that grows over several periods. Ang halimbawa na lamang nito ay itong mango tree. This mango tree has been alive for many periods, but the standard applies to the produce of those bare plants. Ang halimbawa nga, itong mango tree, this is, the standard applies to the fruits harvested from this mango tree.
Biological asset tayo ng biological asset pero hindi pa natin alam kung ano yung biological assets. Biological assets are
Living animals and living plants.
So biological assets are measured or recognized at fair value less cost of sale in accordance with IAS 41. How can we recognize a biological asset? Not all living animals and plants are biological assets. How is that? The first one, in order to recognize a biological asset, is the entity has the control of the asset as a result of past event. So, example,
ang asset na nandito ay yung kambing. So, yung kambing ay nasa control na ng buyer. Bakit? Kasi yung buyer, pinili niya na, nabili niya na, di ba? So, it is a past event kasi nga, nabili na. So, yung goat is already a biological asset of the buyer.
2. It is probable that future economic benefits associated with the asset will flow to the entity. So, ibig sabihin that said biological asset will give future economic benefits to the entity. Wow! 3. The cost or fair value of the asset can be measured reliably. If you can measure the cost or fair value of the asset, then it's not biological asset. So the next one is biological transformation. Biological transformation compromises the processes of growth. Pag sinabi natin growth, the example for these are the plants growing till they can be harvested. The second one compromises the processes of reproduction. Ang example naman dito is when a hen and a chicken produces another biological asset, which is also a chicken. By the way, harvesting is
Harvesting, when you detach the product from the biological asset. For example, this is harvesting because I detached the eggplant from the biological asset.
So, if you got my idea about biological assets, then good job. So, thank you for listening and God bless.
Para kang biological asset.
Bakit?
Pagkatapos inalagaan, mapupunta ka lang pala sa iba. Property, plant, and equipment are tangible assets that are held by the entity for the use in the production or supplies of goods and services, or for rental to others or for administrative purposes, and are expected to be used during more than one period. The first one is must be probable that the future economics benefits associated with the asset will flow to the entity. It means that the entity will receive rewards from the usage of an asset. The second condition, the cost of the asset to the entity can be measured reliably, so if you can measure it, you can account it as an asset. Depreciation is defined as the periodic adjustment of the carrying amount of fixed assets due to the passage of time and their continuous use. Every time you record depreciation, you must debit expense and credit the contra asset account, accumulated depreciation. Debit depreciation expense, credit accumulated depreciation. Depreciation of an asset begins it is available for use, so meaning the asset already in all location and condition of the entity. So let's proceed to the depreciable, or how much will be depreciated and will be depreciation loss. So let's proceed to the depreciate amount of the asset shall be allocated on a systematic basis over its useful life. Depreciation. Depreciation contains three main parameters: depreciation amount, useful life, and systematic basis. The company acquired an equipment for 700,000 pesos with a residual value of 250,250 pesos at the end of its 5-year useful life. Using straight-line method, depreciation is computed as follows. The equipment cost is 700,000 pesos less the residual value of 250,000 and 250 pesos. The depreciable loss is 449,000 and 750 pesos divided by the useful life at 5 years. The amount depreciation is 89,950 pesos, meaning for every year in 5-year useful life, the depreciation is just the same, equal to 360,000 pesos. That's all I can say. Thank you.
The next chapter to be discussed is intangible asset. The intangible asset is an asset that is not physical in nature. The example of intangible asset are goodwill, brand recognition, and intellectual property, such as patents, trademark, and copyright. Intangible asset. Intangible asset we can see in this screen is the color and logo. Is what we call brand recognition. Just by looking at the colors and the font used, you can easily determine that it is a Coca-Cola.
Together and no one can stop. We will taste that feeling. Nothing could bring.
Oh, fresh. Taste the feeling. Goodwill shown by the company A will be the difference between the purchase price over the fair market value of the identifiable net asset purchase.
Oh, hi. Mare, balita ko man ipupunta ka na doon ng abroad. Ay, ang bilis mo naman makasagap ng balita. Paano yung business mo? Huwag mo na lang i-disclose. Ibenta mo na lang sa akin para hindi masayang yung mga customer. That's why I called you. Kaloka, nag-English ka na porque punta ka lang ng abroad. Oh, about that. You can see here that my asset is 95,000 and my liability is 45,000. So my net asset is 50,000. Sige, bilhin ko na lang ng 60,000. Hindi ka na dumulalogi. Oh, gumawa na nga pala ako ng kontrata kasi alam kong bibilihin mo na yung business ko. Ay, bilis mo makasagap ng balita eh. Ay, Girl Scout talaga oh. Ready na. Ay, salamat. Pasalubong na lang.
Negative goodwill or gain in a bargain purchase is created when the purchase price is lower than the fair market value of assets and liabilities. Negative goodwill is recorded as zero in the balance sheet.
Uy, Day, palubay na pala business mo. Tsaka nakasalak ko ng balita na ibebenta mo daw. Pwede ako na lang bumili. Oo nga, Day. Sure ka ba na bibili mo? Hindi. Ito yung amounts. Yung asset ko, 79,000. Yung utang ko, 50,000. So, ang net asset ko ay 29,000. Bibenta ko na lang ng mababa. Okay, sige. Offerin kita ng 20,000. Okay na ba yun? Ay, Day, grabe naman yan. Luging-lugi ako. Baka pwede gawin mong 25,000. Parang hindi tayo nagkasalubong sa hallways yung school natin dati. Ay, naku talaga na. Sige na nga, deal na tayo sa 25,000. Ayan, sige, deal.
Pag-ibig ko sa'yo parang presyo ng lupa.
Bakit?
Habang tumatagal, mas minamahal kita!
No, 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 no.
Hi for today, my name is Ayla Marisi Solomon from BSA 1A. So, we will be talking about the impairment of asset or the IAS 36. Let's talk about the first word, which is impaired or impairment, and connect it into asset. Once your asset is impaired, it means that they are diminished or damaged. So, impairment applies to property, plant, and equipment, and intangible asset as well as goodwill and investment. Under IAS 36, an entity must assess annually whether there are any indicated that asset is impaired. Number 1, internal events. Number 2, internal sources of information. If the carrying value of amount of the asset, then the company should be recognizing an impairment loss. The carrying amount, if it's for property, plant, or equipment, that's the cost minus depreciation. So, that's the book value. If the receivable amount is higher of asset or cash generating units, fair value less cost to sell and value in use. It's not always necessary to determine both of them. Just of them might be efficient because if just one of these two is higher than asset, book value or carrying amount, then there is no impairment and it's not necessary to estimate the other amount. Asset fair value less cost of disposal is the price that will be received to sell the asset in an orderly transaction between market date. Less direct, market participants at the measurement date. Less direct disposal costs such as legal expenses. While value in use of an asset is the present value of the future cash flows expected to be received from an asset or cash-generated unit. When estimating cash flows, that entity must enclose any expectation about possible variation in the amount or timing of cash flows. Then kapag na-establish na ang cash flows, we have to take value of money into amount or kailangan discount ang mga future cash flows as value using appropriate discount rate. December 31, Year 1, Chow Company has a specialized equipment with the following characteristics. Applying IAS 36, the asset recoverable would be determined as follows.
The value in use is higher than the net selling price, so 35,000 is the recoverable amount.
Determination and measurement of impairment loss would be the recording in a journal entry. Debit impairment loss 25,000. Credit impairment loss 25,000. To recognize an impairment loss in equipment.
Leasing is a contract or a part of a contract that conveys the right to use the underlying assets for a period of time in exchange for a consideration. A contract must convey the right to control the use of an identified asset.
Meron ako nakabakanting isang single motor yan. Para saan mo gagamitin ba?
Pang business ko sana, pang deliver ng mga products ko.
Gano'ng katagal mo ba gusto mong rentahan, Mare?
6 months sana. If ever naman, magkano naman yung monthly or yung down payment niya?
1,000 sana, Mare, kung nakulang sa'yo.
Pwede pa ba na?
Tumatawad ka pa, Mare, ah.
Sige na, Mare. Parang
Sige,
hindi tayo
500. Tapos, bali 6 months na. Monthly, 500. Ako na ba sa'yo yan?
Sige, pwede ba makita?
Oo, sige, pwede. Ando sa labas, sa likod. Ay ka, Mare, tingnan natin mo gusto mo.
Lessor provides kasi nga siya ang nagpo-provide ng asset na ipaparenta kay lessee. So, yung motor is the underlying asset, which is underlying asset is the subject of a lease.
Sure na safe ka dito pag nag-deliver ka ng product.
Sakyan ko nga saglit.
Try mo.
Okay siya, Mare. Ito na lang, kurin ko na lang.
O sige, Mare, kung okay na sa ito, halika na sa loob, doon na ako gagawa ng kontrata. Buka mo na, Mare. Kukuhanin ko lang yung kontrata.
Dito naman sa contract, ibig sabihin ipinasa ng lessor ang control kay lessee. Kaya kapag binigay na ni lessor ang motor kay lessee, bahala na si lessee sa gusto niyang gawin kasi nga nasa control na siya ni lessee. Lease payments. Ito naman yung payment made by the lessee to the lessor relating to the right to use of an underlying asset during the lease term. Ibig sabihin, ito yung bayad ni lessee kay lessor.
Aking ka! Pero kailangan mo na kitang ipahiram sa iba. Pero pansamantala lang naman.
Dear future seekers, don't be afraid of pressure. Remember, pressure is the one that turns a lump of coal into diamond. Thank you so much for watching and God bless.
Won't you wait? Won't you stay? At least until the sun goes down.